welcome back to Real Talk, the
Norma Michelle Show.
This is episode 2, part 2. Last time we talked about our alcohol-free journey, the how, the when, the why, the how long. It's been 2 years for me, 3.5 years for Norma, since we decided to go AF. And today we're going to talk about the alcohol-free wines that we love. And I'm going to start off by saying what we're drinking are dealcoholized wines. So it's not juice. They are wines that have been made with alcohol, and then actually the alcohol is taken out of these wines. And what we want to talk to you about is how great they are, the ones that we love, what we like about them, where to get them, and also the sugar content, which is very important.
Yeah, a lot of people ask us about the sugar content.
Yes, and they ask about which ones are good, where do you get them. Norma's been doing some girl math, figuring out the sugar content. So I hope it's correct. Anyway, I'm going to let Norma start to talk about some of these amazing wines that you see in front of you.
Sure, if you can play Vanna White,
I will.
I go through them.
I will.
So the first wine that I want to look at is Loxton. And Loxton comes in a couple of different varieties. There's Sauvignon Blanc, there's Chardonnay, there's a few red Shiraz, there's Cabernet Sauvignon. Where to buy them? You can get them at upsidedrinks.ca. You can also get them online at soberlicious.ca. You cannot get them at the liquor store.
No.
I don't believe I've seen them in grocery stores in Ontario area. I haven't seen them. They might have them out west. I think I saw them somewhere out west. Cost is around between $12 and $14 a bottle, which I think is pretty good. Those are for the different varieties. I know for sure the Loxton you can get
I think it's $11.95.
$11.99, $11.95, I think, on Upside Drinks, because we just saw it recently. So rounded that up to 12.
And Loxton, I have to say, it's probably my favorite. And what you're going to see in front of you are white wines, because we tend to drink all the white wines. I have yet to try an alcohol-free red. I know Norma has. We'll talk at the end about the one that we have tried, or that Norma has tried. Yeah. But the Loxton is just so smooth, and it really does taste like wine. And the one, when you see on our Real AF Instagram page, you'll notice that we have these wines specifically, and we've outlined them, and we've actually rated them. And we've rated this one an 8 out of 10. To me, it's more of a 9 out of 10, but it is a little bit high on the sugar content. So did you mention sugar yet?
I haven't yet, but the one thing I wanted to mention about Loxton is it's a nice bottle. I think it looks like a bottle of regular wine if you were taking it to a restaurant or you were going to a party or someone's house. You're not embarrassed to take out something that doesn't look like wine, because it absolutely does.
It does.
Many of them do have nice labels, but
they look pretty good.
Yeah, the Loxton looks good. So calorie count for an entire bottle of the Loxton wine, it's 180 calories per bottle. That's not per glass, so that's per bottle. Sugar content is 36 grams
a little high.
of a sugar for the entire bottle. So I think if you look at how much a glass of wine is, and I think people have pretty big glasses, they can run you about 150 to 180 calories per glass, and this is per bottle. So, and that way, for all of them, it's good.
That's about 2 glasses for me, the way I pour them.
It's supposed to be very full.
Whether it was alcohol-free or regular, I always drink the bottle. So I like to know the full bottle count of calories.
Yes. Now the next two are from the same company, and it's a German company. It's Leitz 120, and this is one of the first ones I really liked when I discovered it. So it's a dry white wine. It has the one in particular that I like. There's a rosé that comes with it, a sparkling rosé, a sparkling dry white Riesling, which is there as well, and also a red Pinot Noir, which is this small one that we have here as well. So there as well, you can get it soberlicious.ca, you can get it at upsidedrinks.ca, and dryvariety.com, which is in the London area, close to here. And the approximate cost is around $15 to $20. So this one's slightly more,
a little more expensive. And we did rate it at a 9.
Yeah.
And what I did want to mention about the cans here, and the great thing about 120, and I think Oddbird as well, they sell them in these little cans, which is great if you want to have, especially with, not as much, this is the red, but the sparkling ones, because sometimes you don't want to open a whole bottle of sparkling because you just want a glass. So you can get the little bottles of sparkling, which are quite adorable.
Restaurants have those. Yeah.
Some restaurants, and I will talk about that later.
So you ask how many calories are they? So for this one, it's 120, this one, the wine, the Riesling, it's 120 calories per bottle. Yeah, okay, well, you're slacking. And the the sugar count is 28 grams. So again, in comparison, it's lower than the Loxton, and that's why we had the different rating. The sparkling, though, is 188 calories per bottle, and it's 30 grams of sugar. So you will find that with the sparkling wines that they are slightly higher in calories and in sugar content.
And I did want to mention, Ones is not a new alcohol-free wine, but it's been around for a short period of time, and it's from BC. We have actually ordered some of the ones. We haven't received it yet. But one of the things that they've mentioned, because they're all sparkling, I think.
I think so.
Well, anyway, I'm for sure the white is, and I think there's a rosé that's sparkling as well. We just ordered, I think, the white.
We did.
Sparkling. And one thing they said is a lot of times with alcohol-free wine, they overcompensate on sugar to make up for the taste, and they suggest that they don't. So it'll be very interesting for us to try those. I'm looking forward to it.
That's right.
We get it.
The next one is Oddbird, and this is the one that we have here is the sparkling. They do have a low intervention organic white wine.
What does that mean?
I know. It actually is
Free range.
low in sugar, but it was always sold out, so we couldn't get it, so I haven't tasted it before. They have different sparkling rosé, they have an organic red, and they have a couple of different ones, but mostly we've seen the sparkling from the Oddbird. It is higher in price, $23 to about $28, depending on which type you're buying. And you can get that on soberlicious.ca, again, upsidedrinks.ca, dryvariety.com here in London, and, well, London in Ontario, and well.ca. You can get those online. And for the sparkling wine, 150 calories per bottle, 38 grams of sugar per bottle. So again, sparkling is slightly higher.
And first of all, how rude. I've been sipping on my wine, but cheers. Cheers. And we are actually drinking the next wine that Norma's going to talk about.
And we are not. The next wine I'm going to talk about is Edenvale.
Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead.
This has a lot of different varieties. They have a rosé, sparkling, cuvée. They have another red, which is Shiraz, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Gris. They have a lot of different varieties on this. The cost does range. They have a range because they have many different varieties. It goes from $20 to $35. It's won some awards. You can get this at upsidedrinks.ca and also dryvariety.ca. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I know it's the most expensive. It's I like it, but it's not one that I would go to, that I would choose.
Yeah.
The sparkling is 188 calories per bottle, 30 grams of sugar. Again, very much in line with the other ones.
And I have not tried this sparkling one. I've tried all of these. I haven't tried that, but I have tried Edenvale, just the regular wine, and it's great. But I don't think it's any better than, let's say, Loxton. And for the price difference, that's just my preference. But they're all fantastic.
Yeah. So the next one, the one that we are drinking, is called Terra Paca, and it's a Chilean wine that you can get in the LCBO when it's opened. Right now it's not, but they have the Sauvignon Blanc white at LCBO. That's the only one that I've seen. And exact cost is $10.95. So at that $11 range, you get the 180 calories, 24 grams of sugar. Per bottle. So for us, when we're thinking of, we might even have to change that rating.
Well, I think I would give it a higher. Well, don't we have it as a 9?
We have it as a 9.
Oh, I'd give it a 9. Maybe 9.5. That's because it is low in sugar.
Yeah.
It's accessible. You can get it at the LCBO.
Yep.
The price is fantastic, and it really does taste like wine. When we're out with other people, or if we have people over and they say, and of course they always want to try our wines, and it's funny, we get very protective of our alcohol-free wine because, it's hard to get them sometimes. Yeah. So when people want to try them, which of course we want them to, but they all say when they try it, it's like, wow, this tastes like wine. So it's not back in the day when it's just some kind of sparkling juice. It really tastes like wine, and it really is delicious. So it's very much between Loxton and Terra Paca. a favorite. And when you do go on the app on LCBO, which we do, to find it, we'll go into the LCBOs that are local and we're like, how many do you have? 36, we'll take them all. And they're kind of like, really, you want them all? It's like, yeah, we want
It's a
them all.
little bit like an Easter egg hunt trying to find them in the actual store because every store is different. They
Correct.
merchandise them different and
Yes.
they have them hidden. They're not out in the open. They're hard to find.
Exactly.
So once we usually have to ask. They have them somewhere different, but I think that they're going to start getting more of them in the LCBO. Let's hope so. More varieties.
So the other thing I wanted to mention, because you guys have been flooding our Instagram or Facebook inbox, what is it? Your messenger, asking about the wines that we drink, what we like, where to get them, which ones we recommend. But the other thing we want to talk about is how can you go out for dinner and have a glass of alcohol-free wine with your meal? And it has been, I'd say, the most difficult thing about becoming alcohol-free is when you are out, you do want to have, when you're having a nice meal, you want a nice glass of wine. And so many of the restaurants don't have alcohol-free wine on their menu. And that's fine. They're going to catch up to it. Eventually it'll be just like alcohol-free beer, and they'll have it on the menu.
They only have sugary cocktails.
That's right. They say, oh, we have mocktails. I don't want a mocktail. I don't want to drink like sugary drink with my meal. So we have, well, not that we're restaurant goers often, but on occasion we get to a few restaurants, and it's been a bit of an uphill struggle where we'll call and say, do you serve alcohol-free wine? Because if you do, we will gladly purchase it. I would say 9.5 times out of 10, they don't.
Correct.
Some of them do, and I'm always thrilled, and I'm
Shocked.
saying, thank God, I'm so excited, I can't wait to go and order it from you. But when they don't, and we say, okay, would you mind if we bring it in? And a lot of times they say, no, you can't bring anything outside. It's like, okay, well, the only reason we're asking to bring it in is because it's alcohol-free wine and you don't serve it. And I'm happy to pay a corkage. I usually ask if the corkage could be reduced because it is alcohol-free and it's something that they don't serve. But I understand a fee for corkage. I totally understand that. But it's every time it's the same phone call. So I can't wait until one day we can just go to a restaurant and just like alcohol-free beer, there will be alcohol-free wine.
An option on the menu.
That's right. So one day I think it will come. But in our various visits to many restaurants in Toronto, in Montreal, in Vancouver, we have a list of those restaurants, and great restaurants, that will allow for you to bring it in and or that do serve it. So if any of you would like that list, Norma,
comment in the comments below on this episode and we'll gladly email it to you.
Right. And something else we wanted to do today, because we still haven't drawn for the apron. That's coming up soon. I think we're doing it in the next few days.
Yes.
And thank you very much for everyone who has commented about why you believe you deserve the apron. We will announce who wins shortly. Today's contest, Norma, why don't you tell them about the contest?
Today's contest is one of these wines.
Wine glasses.
Wine glasses.
With the cozy. It's a cozy. It's a cozy. And so it keeps it cold. So there's 2 of them we're giving, because what are we going to do? Encourage you to drink alone, even though it's alcohol-free. 2 glasses and a $25 gift card from Upside Drinks. So that draw will be done after the apron draw, and you will be required to
like this video and comment below.
Yes. And you could be the lucky winner of these 2 amazing Real Talk wine glasses with cozies. Cheers.
Cheers.
And a $25 Upside Drink gift card.
If you haven't seen part 1 of this episode, we'll link it here as well so that you can see it if you missed that.
And we really want to hear from you. We want to know from you, what else can we talk about? What else do you want to know about alcohol-free wines? As we mentioned, we're kind of alcohol-free winos. We don't get into the other spirits, and we're mostly into the whites. But we're happy to look into other information for you, and we do plan on having some guest speakers on as well about alcohol-free, how to transition into alcohol-free, and other things like that. And we're going to wrap it up now. And until next time, be real.